Eating vegetables regularly is certainly a good idea if you want to keep yourself healthy. But do you always cook every vegetable you want to eat? If yes, then let us surprise you by saying that maybe you've been cooking vegetables wrong your entire life. Let's see why is that and what is the right way of cooking vegetables. Number 1. Cooking wet vegetables. Many people might be making this mistake over and over without thinking about the possible outcomes. Washing vegetables before cooking is great and critically important for hygiene. The problem is when you don't dry them after washing them with water. When vegetables are wet, they can release steam as they cook. This can cause a steaming effect in them, instead of being roasted or baked, resulting in a softer texture and less crispy exterior. This can be especially noticeable with vegetables like zucchini or eggplant, which usually have a high water content. Wet vegetables also pose a serious danger when you try to fry them in oil, like onions and bell peppers. But if you dry them before cooking, they are more likely to retain the brightness and crisp as you like them to be. So when you wash the vegetables, place them onto a paper towel and pat them dry. Do that and trust us, it's worth the effort and time. Before we proceed, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. If you find our videos helpful, then please support us by becoming a patron. Number 2. Maybe you are throwing the good parts away. It's a very common practice to peel off potatoes and throw away their skin, because many people find it completely useless. But do you know that potato skin is quite high in fiber, several B vitamins, calcium, iron, and potassium? So you shouldn't toss them away. Instead, you can simply bake them to make a tasty and healthy snack. Similarly, throwing away the broccoli leaves and stalks is also not a good idea, as they are a great source of vitamins A and C. You can use them separately in your soups, stews, or stir-fries. Pumpkin seeds are great sources of protein, fiber, and healthy fats, especially alpha-linolenic acid, which is considered very beneficial for heart health. They can be roasted and eaten as a snack or used as a topping for salads or soups. Number 3. Prepping veggies ahead of time. Many people like to cut and prepare vegetables long before they are to be cooked. But doing this can not only make veggies lose their freshness, but can also reduce their nutritional value to some extent. This could be due to the fact that when vegetables are cut, their inner skin is exposed to the surrounding atmosphere, which can react with the compounds in vegetables, causing them to oxidize or break down. That's why you may have noticed that some vegetables and fruits change their color when they are exposed to air after being cut. Also, vitamin C, which is present in many vegetables and an important nutrient, can lose its strength and effectiveness when exposed to air. Another important thing to note is that although the atmosphere in which veggies are being cut may be apparently clean, but definitely cannot be 100% free of germs, right? And that's why cutting and leaving the vegetables for a long time can expose them to harmful germs, which can increase the risk of developing foodborne illnesses. Therefore, it's better to use and cut them fresh, or if cutting them in advance is too necessary, try to keep them refrigerated to keep them fresh and preserved for some time. Number 4. Smoking out the veggies. Grilling and smoking vegetables can be a delicious way to cook them, but there are some potential downsides to these cooking methods. For example, high-heat cooking methods like grilling and smoking can cause some vegetables to lose nutrients, particularly water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C and B vitamins. But the worst thing is that grilling and smoking veggies can also produce certain toxic compounds, such as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic amines, which can increase the risk of cancer. However, the risk of forming these compounds on vegetables is generally lower than on meat. Similarly, grilling starchy vegetables like potatoes or corn can also cause the formation of acrylamide, a potentially carcinogenic compound that forms when starchy foods are cooked at high temperatures. So it's very important to cook vegetables slowly at lower temperatures and in a grilling basket to avoid charring or burning them. Another great remedy is to marinate vegetables in acidic ingredients like lemon juice or vinegar before grilling, as this can help to reduce the formation of toxic compounds. Number 5. Roasting vegetables at low temperatures. It's very important to know the temperature range at which a vegetable should be cooked, whether low or high. Sometimes, cooking or roasting vegetables at low temperatures for too long can cause them to become too soft, mushy, or bland. Plus, it can also affect their natural color, flavor, and water content to a great extent. For example, leafy greens such as spinach or kale can wilt and become too soft if roasted at low temperatures. These greens are best enjoyed sautéed or lightly steamed. Zucchini has a high water content and can become mushy if roasted at low temperatures for too long. It's best to cook zucchini quickly over high heat, such as in a stir-fry or on a grill. Similarly, cucumbers are also high in water content and can become watery and bland if roasted. They're best eaten raw in salads or as a crunchy snack. Number 6. Boiling vegetables too much. If you think that boiling veggies are a quick way to cook them, without compromising the nutrients in them, then think again. Because boiling them too much for too long can dramatically reduce water-soluble nutrients in them. Boiling veggies can also make them lose their flavor and can make them soft and mushy. A much better approach is to boil them only when you want to make vegetable soup, but only for a few minutes. And if you have to boil the vegetables to make them soft before cooking, then boil them for a while and move them to ice-cold water before they lose more of their flavor and color. Number 7. Oiling the vegetables. Are you smothering vegetables in oil? Although it sounds like a good idea to make sure that vegetables don't stick to the pan, but the problem is, oiling vegetables may kind of burn them because most vegetable oils have a natural tendency to achieve higher temperatures than vegetables when we heat them. Not only this, but oiling the vegetables with low-quality vegetable oils is also not good, as it can potentially add a lot of unhealthy fats to your healthy vegetables and can make them unhealthy. A better idea is to take extra virgin olive oil and put just a little bit of it to make the pan oily. Then you can put the vegetables in the pan. You can thank us later, preferably in the comments section. Number 8. Not cooking vegetables at all. To be honest, many vegetables are healthier if they are not cooked, but not all of them. For example, bell peppers, beets, cucumbers, onions, and broccoli are generally more nutritious and can be healthier when they're not cooked. On the other hand, tomatoes and carrots, for example, are extremely rich in many antioxidants such as lycopene and beta-carotenoids, and both of these are more effective when tomatoes are cooked or processed. Heating tomatoes can actually increase the availability of these compounds for our body to metabolize them effectively. This way, they can be healthier when cooked than they could be without cooking. Similarly, spinach, asparagus, and certain types of mushrooms can also be much healthier when they are cooked. So it's better if you cook these vegetables rather than eating them raw. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel. Take care and see you in the next video.